it was even possible. The defibrillator even exploded. Yeah, I heard too. CPR didn't work either. There was just no way to revive him. There it is. Damn, poor guy. They couldn't even put him in a proper bed. Alright, mister, you're on your own from here on out. Oh, relax, buddy. Let me do the dirty work. It's not even dirty. You know what? Just do what you're paid to do. Whatever you say, buddy. Well, I guess this is good enough. What the? That's it, I'm out of here. That consumed a significant amount of my weekends, but anyway, if they can't revive it, we are here so we could talk about the HGUC RX-78-2 Gundam Revive version 10 years later. The RX-78-2 Gundam. Practically the face of the franchise, and you could say the easily most recognizable Gundam there is for how many iterations of model kits and toys it has, and it is one plastered in your everyday products that is Gundam in brand like t-shirts, slippers, and even rice cookers. This is the face you see. But the real deal product of this personality are the model kits, or Gunplas. And along the years, the Gundam has been only improved from the first model kit to the most recent RG 2.0, it just gets better. But today, we're gonna be looking at this particular iteration of the Gundam, the HGUC RX-78-2, branded as the Revive version of the kit released way back in 2001. But before we delve into the kit's magnificence, let us have a quick overview of the RX-78-2 Gundam. For those who don't know, the RX-78-2 Gundam is the titular machine of the series Mobile Suit Gundam, which aired back in 1979. It was primarily piloted by Amuro Ray in the main series and was part of the Federation's Operation V trio, which was spearheaded by Amuro's father, Tem Ray. The trio was designed to complement each other in combat, the gun tank as the long-range attacker, the gun cannon as the mid-range support, and the Gundam as the close-range combat machine, as it was designed to be more agile, probably explains why it has so many melee weapons. The Gundam was almost a gunner when reconnaissance turned onslaught by the Zeon forces on September 7, 0079 UC. It was thanks to Amuro's main character instinct that drove him to pilot the Gundam, successfully repelling the raid. Thanks to this, the gun cannon and the gun tank was spared as well. The trio then acted as the primary defense force of the White Base as it moved through Earth to Jaburo Base and also through the siege at Abawaku, where the Gundam battled the Zeon piloted by Char Aznavour. It was nicknamed as the White Devil by the Zeon pilots for how menacing it is to them throughout the span of the 1-year war. I mean, if I were a Zaku 2 pilot on a skirmish and heard about the tales and adventures of the majestic White Devil in the battlefield and suddenly see this thing on my monitor, I'd probably just close my eyes too and hope it's quick. The Gundam sports some great armaments on its loadout. The primary choice would be the beam rifle, which was revolutionary for its time. The shield, beam sabers, hammers, well, not exactly hammer, but more like a flail and a spear, and of course, the Vulcan gun. The core block system is also primary of this machine and would be compatible with other Operation V suits. Thanks also to its heat-proof shield, it could re-enter the Earth's atmosphere no problem. I actually feel sorry for this guy here. Ultimately, it was a very formidable machine during the One-Year War, which turned the tides of war into the Federation's favor and sprawled into multiple variants and successors that only made the namesake Gundam better and stronger. But this time, we'll be talking about this particular kit, the HGUC RX-78-2 Revive version that was released in 2015 or 10 years ago as of this upload. And in the 10-year span up to 2025, there has been some Gundam releases in this scale objectively good too, like the affordable entry grade, the Origin, Beyond Global, and the fancy RG 2.0. So despite these options for the builders to choose from, what is it that the Revive version have that makes it a worthwhile and a good kit 10 years later? I for one personally love the articulation range of the legs of this kit. Legs and knees can go this much, which can give you decent kneeling and split poses. Elbows are the same as well. They are double jointed. There's a bit of articulation at the torso that separates the waist and chest, which give you a decent amount of bend. Here are some comparisons from other RX-78-2 kits. The entry grade, the HGUC 2003, and the latest HGUC kit, which we can compare as one of the newest of the HGs. Color separation is great since the color scheme of the Gundam is simple enough to follow. Even just straight built, this kit still looks great. It has the right amount of surface details that doesn't overcrowd the simplicity of the aesthetic. If you fancy a more panel line heavy kit of a 1/44th scale, the Origin is your go-to, but unfortunately, I don't have that kit yet, so late disclaimer, the comparison isn't fair as these kits have varying levels of details, year of release, and price, but it's just a heads up in what to expect on these kits if you neither have one of these and are planning to buy one, and I hope this will help you decide. It comes with some decent amount of accessories, with 2 open hands, 2 fists for the sabers, 2 sabers, a trigger hand, rifle, shield, and bazooka. Priced at only $15 US, but I think they're priced higher now last time I checked, which is quite sad, but for what it's worth, I think this one is still a good buy. Despite it being revolutionary for its time, being a Revive version at all, there is still something I find quite a downside, primarily the use of polycaps. Yes, another unfair assessment, as kits of this era still relies on polycaps. There are still polycaps on modern kits, don't get me wrong, but I guess they were designed properly as to not rely on polycaps for major joints, like on the legs and arms, but with the age of the design compared to the kits of today, preferably starting with the Witch from Mercury sets, it falls short. This kit has just been built around a year ago and has been barely posed, but it already has some cracks. Just look at this. The content is also great for its price point, but it would have been better if the hammers and javelin were included like its entry grade counterpart, making the set complete. Also, this is just my personal preference, but for me, the Revive version is quite too slim looking, especially on the waist. It's too sexy if you will. I guess they gave it a more modern appearance, as for the previous iterations are quite too boxy, if that makes sense. Also, I think it does make sense that the Gundam is slim because it is designed to be agile, lower-wise, and less surface area and better curves means better aerodynamics, mobility, and less weight if that also makes sense. But as for the similarities go, I think the first HGUC, this one, is the anime accurate one, which is not a bad thing. It's honestly a matter of preference. Model kits or just Gunpla in general is ever evolving. Just as technology advances with new different tools at the designers and engineers' disposal, new CAD tools and commands, faster 3D printer and scanner for faster prototyping, and more. The HGUC RX-78-2 Gundam Revive is an attestation of that advancement. In a span of years or even decades time, we were presented the creative and technical output of the people behind these marvels. Let's just say that this kit was in the middle of that advancement, spanning 25 years of this lineup. If we exclude the very first HG kits, it was released over 15 years after the first HGUC kit and 10 years before the latest HGUC kit. It's awesome. This machine is the blueprint of that advancement. The face of the entire franchise, it will look the same. I mean, in a general sense, like the silhouette, the color, but the way it moves and how it will be built will evolve. Perhaps for the ease or to some complicated degree, but it will always be for the better. And this kit, you see it on the store shelf, on your shopping app or website, buy it. It's worth it. It's always worth it. All of them are worth it. After all, Gunpla is freedom. Display it or make it look better, and to me, this kit is still marvelously magnificent. Hey guys, how you all doing? Thank you very much if you reach it here. I appreciate you very much that you're here at the end of the video, as I have really enjoyed making this video. This is actually the first Appreciate video that I made fully with my voice and not with AI, and I'm sorry to those who missed the AI's voice, but I have actually said in some of my earlier Appreciate video that I wanted to put the effort in making these videos, and I think I wanted to apply it first with no other than the face of the Gundam franchise itself, the RX-78-2 Gundam in HGUC Revive form. I know you probably won't care anyway, or might like it or not, but I'm kinda proud of myself for doing this, not gonna lie. I don't know, but I kinda wanna follow this blueprint from now on. And anyway, as for the kit, I really like this kit. I really like that it's sexy and flexible, but we can't deny that it has still its downsides, specifically the polycaps on major joints. But overall, this kit is very solid. The entry grade is great because it uses minimal to no polycaps at all, and it is cheap, but the Revive version still has the better articulation in my opinion. I actually had bought an extra HGUC kit and 2 entry grades for this video so I can compare it, but it's worth it. You may see them on this channel one of these days because I also filmed them, but anyhow, thank you very much once again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Likes and subscribes are very much appreciated if you like this, and see you next time, friends.